sides meet together. When two sides meet together, they form an angle. Here, how many sides do we have? Okay, let's count together. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which means this shape is a quadrilateral. Amazing. So now how many angles? Between side number 1 and side number 2, there is an angle because when two sides meet together, they form an angle. 2 and 3, they form an angle. 3 and 4, they form an angle here. And finally, between 1 and 4, they form an angle. Now, how many angles are there? Let's count together. Let's circle them as required. Then we count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here we have 4 angles. Now, question number 7. This is so clear. We have here a rectangle. When two sides meet together, they form an angle. And actually, rectangle means 4 angles, okay? But this is a secret between us, okay? So, let's circle the angle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, after we circled all the angles, now let's count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, we have 4 angles because this is a rectangle. Now, let's count how many sides do we have in this shape in question number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which means this shape is a, I can't hear you, raise your voice, hexagon. Amazing. This is a hexagon, okay? Now, between side number 1 and side number 2, there is an angle. Between side number 2 and side number 3, there is another angle. And here between 3 and 4, another angle. 4 and 5, they create this angle. 5 and 6, they create this angle. And 6 and 1, they create this angle. Let's count how many angles do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I told you before, we have here 6 angles. As I told you before, whenever two sides meet, they form an angle, okay? Now, draw more sides to make the shape. Write how many angles. Now, I want you first to understand what is this shape. How many sides are there in this shape so we can figure out how many sides we should draw. Okay, now, a pentagon. A pentagon has how many sides? Can you tell me? 5 sides. Excellent. Now I have how many sides here? 1, 2. So how many sides do I need in order to have sides, not just 2? Good job. I need 3 sides. Let's get our ruler. Okay. So we need 3 sides. We are going to draw it like this. Then we draw another side here and another one here. Okay. Now here we draw how many more sides? This side, and this side. So now we have how many sides? Actually, this is 2, so you can see it clearly. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 sides. So here we have a pentagon. Now we need to figure out how many angles. As I told you before, whenever we have two sides that met together, they are going to form an angle. So here is an angle, another one, more, and finally this. Let's count how many angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here we have 5 angles. Excellent. Good job, boys and girls. Now, let's move to the next part. Quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has how many sides? Think with me. Do you remember? 4 sides. Amazing. Now I have how many sides here? I have only 1. So I need to draw how many sides? How many more sides? Amazing. Good job. I need to draw 3 more sides. So let's draw it together. 1, 2, 3. Now I have here a shape that has 4 sides, which means this shape is a quadrilateral, and we can count them 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 sides. Let's count how many angles. Again, whenever 2 sides meet together, they form an angle. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we have, good job, 4 angles. Okay? Now, as you see, today's lesson is all about angles in 2-dimensional shapes. So, what I need you to know is that whenever you have a certain number of vertices in a shape, it's the same number of the angles, okay? Whenever you have a number of vertices in a shape, it's the same number of the angles, okay? So a shape with 4 vertices also has 4 angles. A shape with 3 vertices also has 3 angles. So I would write it up here, okay? So you will, okay, here, a shape with, you can write 4 vertices, for example, also has how many angles? Can you tell me? Excellent, 4 angles. And if the shape has 3 vertices, it also has 3 angles, okay? And the same for the pentagon and the hexagon, okay? The same number of vertices are the angles also, okay? I hope you understood today's lesson. Good luck and have a nice day. Stay at home, stay safe.